The Dallas Morning News decided to endorse Senator John Cornyn in the Texas Republican primary for re-election, and the editorial board gave its reasons why they chose Cornyn. But not only that, they also said why they didn't choose to endorse certain other candidates. And they said some of them are a little too out there, some of them the positions we don't agree with. But they brought up in particular Chris Mapp, M-A-P-P. And the reason they weren't able to give him an endorsement is they were told by Chris Mapp that ranchers should be allowed to shoot on sight anyone illegally crossing the border onto their land, referring to such people as wetbacks. And he also referred to President Obama as a, quote, socialist son of a bitch. Mapp, of course, came under fire for these comments, and he actually defended. There's so many people in the South who defend the term wetback, and they say it's as using that term is as normal as breathing air in South Texas. It's always the same explanation. I don't remember who it was a few months ago who used the term wetback, and then they said it's just the term that we use here. It's a very common term, as if that alone makes it an acceptable term.
Yeah, I remember talking about that, and there is something to be said for habit. But when you are trying to run for Senate, I mean, when you're in this position, you really should know better.
The funniest thing is that this is creating a really great opportunity for John Cornyn to show himself not to be a racist, because it really teed it up. And John Cornyn just said, hey, these remarks are disgusting and it is way out of bounds and that is just completely unacceptable, which reminds me of when when Jason Collins in the NBA became the first openly gay player to play in any of the four major sports leagues, NFL, MLB, NBA, and NHL. Kobe Bryant said, this is a huge move forward and it's just fantastic. And I was just thinking of how funny it is that Kobe Bryant, who got in trouble for yelling fag on the court, he's thrilled that now he has an opportunity to frame himself as not being anti-gay. And I'm not saying Kobe Bryant definitively is anti-gay. What we know is he used a word that is a slur against LGBT individuals, but Kobe Bryant loves the opportunity.
Well, it's a great opportunity. I don't really think he needs to do damage control anymore. I wouldn't say that he's anti-gay, but gee, there we go back to habit again. That's one of those words too that has some people, it's just a bad habit.
And we talked about it with Alec Baldwin, and every time we do this, I know no matter how we say it, we will get emails from people saying we're defending the use of the word. We're not doing that. What we're saying very, very clearly is using the term fag alone, using the term wetback alone in the absence of more information doesn't tell us for sure that you have a negative opinion of gay people simply because they are gay or that they shouldn't have rights. It doesn't tell us for sure that you have a negative opinion of Hispanic people or think that they should not have certain rights. When it comes to Chris Mapp, he thinks you should be able to shoot wetbacks on sight. So that suggests to me that maybe he does actually, that the use of the slur does translate. What I meant to say was the word is a bad word to use no matter what. The word is offensive, and anyone who hears the word is right to be offended. However, we still need more information to know what the individual's view is on the policy regarding whatever group the word is offensive to.
Right, and in the case of Mr. Mapp, I think we know what that is, and I think
very clear.
It's pretty clear that he is incredibly